Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, coming to you with another Historic Brawl video because I'm on my Historic Brawl vacation, at least until new standard cards come out. If you want some standard content, I put out a video of me playing a Jeskai Ramp Skitterbeam Battalion deck on the official Magic the Gathering Arena YouTube channel. It came out yesterday. It does feature some of the craziest draws I've ever had, so you might want to check out that video. There should be a link either down below or just search for Magic the Gathering Arena YouTube and you'll find it. Also, there's usually a card at the end of this video that can take you directly to it. All right, but we are playing Jorn, God of Winter today, and it's a winter festive kind of mood, so we're going to play with something that does some snow permanent stuff. What do you do with Jorn, God of Winter? Well, for 2 and a green, you get a 3/3 that when it attacks, untap each snow permanent that you control. So it untaps itself, so it sort of has vigilance, but it also untaps all of your snow lands and any other snow permanents you happen to get on the battlefield. The backside is a staff. You don't play it very often. It's not worth worrying too much about unless you're absolutely positive the opponent has ways to kill Jorn and you have stuff to actually get from your graveyard. This is mostly there for color identity, which is blue and black, so we get to play 3 colors. If we didn't, it wouldn't be as good. But the ability to untap your permanents with blue means you get to play a kind of a wilderness reclamation style. And if you haven't been around for that, the idea is that you can play expensive permanents and sorceries, but then untap your lands and use counter magic to interact on your opponent's turn, or just provide huge mana advantage to cast X spells for large numbers. So with that in your command zone, we can play a control deck that removes everything the opponent does, still plays permanents on our turn, and sometimes pumps a ton of mana into X spells like Silver Scrutiny, Pull from Tomorrow, and Hydroid Krasis. Very, very fun. It's also the colors of Emergent Ultimatum, one of the more powerful win cons in Historic Brawl for commanders that can support it. This card can straight up end games by almost ensuring that you're going to take at least 2 turns in a row. You just search for certain packages such as Alrund's Epiphany, Time Warp, and solve the equation, and you know you're going to get a few turns in a row. If during those turns you're attacking with Jorn, God of Winter, and untapping your lands, you'll know you'll have a huge amount of mana to use, which should put you comfortably in the lead. It's mostly a control deck with a little bit of go over the top. It's Sultai for Historic Brawl in kind of a pure-ish control form. So if you like that style, you're going to love this style, and I think you're going to be impressed in general with the results. Another thing I'm going to try for this deck, because I actually miss doing longer deck techs and going into detail on all the cards and choices, as well as what's not in the deck, is I think I'm going to make a longer, like 10-minute video of a deck tech and put it on my CovertGoBlue channel. If that does happen, there will be a link below in a comment or description, and you guys might want to go check that out. In general, you can subscribe to my commander channel, CovertGoBlue, if you want to, but since I don't want to cloud this channel, and since longer deck techs don't do as well on this channel, I want to give an option for those who enjoy it, especially with Historic Brawl where the choices are very detailed. But since longer intros are not the way on the main channel, let's dive in. Let the Jorn snow nonsense begin. We are on the play against Heliod, which the Thoughtseize is good. The Terra Sunder is very good. So let's keep. And I think we're going to open on the Thoughtseize. Sometimes their 1-drops can be even better than their 2-drops. Fairy's Protection. Borrowed Time. Don't think either of those are too interesting. Beloved Princess is lifelink. 2 1-mana cards that have lifelink. I guess if our plan is to get rid of the Heliod with the Terra Sunder, we don't need to be afraid of these. So we should take the Borrowed Time, and then we can get our Wilderness Reclamation going. And maybe even our commander. Hey, that enters tapped. What do we need? We need more green? I guess this is the last green that we need. Soulmender, Mouser. All right, so we hold up the Terra Sunder here, because our plan is to deal with Heliod. Let them have their 1/1s. In response, nope. Congrats, you gained 1. All right, now we got to make our way to the ultimatum. Nothing to hold up Wilderness Reclamation for, so let's play Jorn. Could have also explored into that, I suppose. Be a card deeper and a land further. I think it'll be okay. Cleric class. Keep gaining. Keep swinging. Look at him go! Alright. Teferi's Protection. No big deal, right? So we're going to untap our snowlands, so let's go ahead and explore. We get a Cold Steel Heart. Black, because I have a very black heart, especially when playing against life gain. Wilderness Wreck. Next turn should do it. Emergent Ultimatum, ready to go. Level 2. Get in there. Now they have Heliod at home from the Cleric class. Time Warp. I actually didn't want to draw that, but it's fine. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, let's go here. We'll probably just end the game, to be honest. Most people don't sit around. Yep, that's about right. So, get Alrund's Epiphany, get Solve the Equation. Maybe we get Key to the Archive there. Having another Time Warp in hand certainly makes it easy. We are on the play with a hand that can find a blue source with Assemble, then play Relic, and we're on our way to the Ultimatum. The problem is we're against Bolas, which means our hand is basically torn to pieces. Still, I think that this is very keepable, but if they like duress us and take Assemble the team, it gets so much worse. But I'll try it. I like the Memory Deluge a lot. That can really help. Helps us recover through any amount of discard attempts. We don't have a counterspell for their commander yet. We'll have to find a solution. Okay, no turn 1 discard spell, and we draw a blue source. So let's assemble the team. And we're probably getting land, but there might be something better. There is Wash Away. Again, though, I expect them to attack our hand, so I don't think Wash Away is great. We really just need to hit our lands. Cultivate's not here. Don't even remember if that's in my deck. Fabled Passage. I mean, maybe it should just be a snowland. Just be a snow green. It should probably be a command tower if it's going to be a land, right? Let's make sure our colors work out, even if we don't untap them with Jorn. Assemble a team. So Valky's gonna miss. That's great. Assemble the team. This is another, in my opinion, alchemy win of a card, because you don't know exactly what you're going to get to search for. And especially in Historic Brawl, where a third of your deck is more than it is in other formats. Like, you get a lot of singletons. It's a very interesting card, I think. So, I could play Jorn here, but if they kill it, I can't protect it. So, we go for Relic. That way, next turn we have Swan Song to protect Jorn. Mirror Maid. Enter a copy of an artifact or enchantment on the battlefield. Oh, they can make a lot of mana with this Relic. Alright. Well, forget protecting Jorn. Counter that. No ramps, no color fix. Their mana appears to be a little funky. Pact of Negation, huh? Alright, well, they can either spend their mana on killing Jorn or they can play Bolas. If they play Bolas, we can Pact it. Oh, that's good. That's good. Because then we untap the lands. Sitting pretty. What's holding priority there is Valky's ability. You don't have to overthink that. You still don't have red. Hostage Taker. How close are... We're ultimatum. We're an ultimatum as soon as we untap. Let's go for this. So we got to pay for the pact, but then we get to untap 2 of our lands. I would have held that back. Threatening to double block Jorn can be really good. Hold on. Stops. Okay. Attack. Trigger on the stack. Add black. Resolve. Memory Deluge. And we get an Inquisition. That's awesome. We get an Explore, which is fine. All right, take their removal spell. Nope, take nothing, but that's the good news. They only have 4 lands and their hand is super expensive. And they can't even cast this Invoke or this Mass Manipulation off the 2 black. Yeah, their mana got them here. Go for it. Just go for it. If it resolves, we win. If they top deck the counterspell, the game goes on. Well, in response, you activate Valky? Oh, all right. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Which extra turns would you like me to have? I will have all of them. Yep. That's the right play. That's the right play. Today's patron shout out goes to Arik Hostler. Arik, you're cool. We go first. Balmor Battle Mage Captain is a commander that demands removal and usually has a few other creatures to help it, which makes Culling Ritual amazing. So keep. I don't even think I want to kill their stuff right away because the ritual's so good. Could get my tap lands out of the way. Pass. Well, we don't run Jorn into what might be obvious counter magic. Let's keep getting the tap lands out of the way. Yeah, Balmor isn't very good unless you have other creatures to protect or to play with it, because the effect happens to all of your creatures. The opponent going to counter my Terramorphic Expanse? I hope so. Let's me play Jorn. By counter, I mean counter the trigger, but you guys probably know that. You're smart. All right. I had expected to have to answer an aggro deck, but that has not been the case at all. Opponent staring us down with probably a Tail's End or some counterspell. Yeah, okay, they go for their Battle Mage Captain. So I guess we try to get them to spend some mana to defend it. Otherwise, we can wait for miscast or hand disruption. You know, we've got ways to protect Jorn in our deck. We let it go. All right. Pricey commander now. Into the north. Do we get another blue or do we get another black? We got enough green. I think I'll get black. I mean, they're still hitting land. Dread Horde, sure. Got nothing in the graveyard, though. Uro can be a headache. Let's go for it. Really good draw against somebody whose plan is to counter all the cool things I do. Makes me wish I got another blue though. Because right now I can't back it up with counter magic till I draw another blue. Not that I have counter magic yet, I just gotta draw it. Easy. What are you doing, opponent? Gonna exile me? Tails End my trigger. See? Knew it. Okay. That's a pretty bizarre play, I would say. So right now they can get the Tails End back with the Dreadhorde. I'm not really afraid of that. But if I do play Jorn here, there is, like, they bolt me, then they attack, and they get value off their Dreadhorde, right? But I think we go for that. We make them do it. Because hopefully they'll play the Battle Captain, they'll bolt the Jorn, they'll attack, they'll get some value. But then we untap and either Blood on the Snow to get it back, or exile it to the Uro, or we can use the Culling Ritual. Sure. And Brazen Borrower. Young Pyromancer. Okay, probably still holding up some kind of counter magic. 4 cards in graveyard. See what happens. Snap that counter spell. Let's go. You got this. Right. All right, what are they going to counter? I'm not sure. But let's wait, see what it is. Stay patient. Stormkiln Artist, uh-huh. We got all the little setup critters. Let's go trophy on the artist. It doesn't die to the ritual. They might counter this. If they do, let's go. Negate. All right, 1 mana. 1 mana. You can counter this? Let's find out. No. The answer is no. Now can I have my trigger? Oh, baby. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, the decimation. Yes. Wow. Oh, I love it. When the dam finally breaks, it shatters. A subpar player is playing Raddic, Tal Zealot, which is very hard for me to stop. A lot of black removal spells in my deck. So is this the hand? Duressing the opponent doesn't... I don't think that will do much. Graven Lore. Like, the mana's good. In most places this would be good, but I have a feeling I'm just going to get torched. I mean, I've got to have... What do I need? I need a counterspell that will hit Raddic, but if it's in my opening hand, the opponent might just take it. Also, Jorn gets outclassed by Raddic as an attacker so easily. So what am I mulliganing for? I'd be mulliganing for cards like Tails End, Counterspell, Board Wipes. I mean, can I really do better than this? Not convinced that I can. I am scared. They've got the Bobble. I recommend running Bobble in any deck that feels like you can't fill every single spot in it with a great card. And yeah, Raddic has a few spots that could be better. We can turn one Duress, but then we're not getting one of these tap lands down. I like that the Bobble is feeding our Drown in the Lock. They don't run a lot of hand hate for 2. They're probably going to play a creature, which means Duress isn't going to take away from it. Let's play this name black. Corpse Knight. Duress. Wandering Emperor, out. All right. So, they play Smitten, we play Jorn, they play Raddic, but they don't have a good attack. And then we try to see what we can do with Graven Lore and solve the equation. What does solve the equation get? Terra Sunder can hit the Raddic. Oh, what a draw. Ooh. Ooh. Now I gotta drown that in a lock. Oh. Man. Talk about blowing up my play. Maybe I'm just supposed to do it anyway. What a draw. Oof. I'm definitely going to play this next turn. I think we need to cast Blood on the Snow or something like that. Or at least get into a position where we can. Alright, I'm going to play my commander. At least if they're going to attack in with their Raddic, they have to throw it away. Throw away their Corpse Knight, right? Gosh, though. Feels so bad. This is a very, very tough one. We are already on the ropes. This game will get out of hand. Fortunately, we can basically make 8 mana next turn, though. Let's see what they do. Here it comes. Owie. Silencer Swing. I got 2 cards. How do I keep Jorn from dying to this Raddic? What can I fetch? Oh, we talked about it, right? I can fetch Tear Asunder. That's something I can fetch. Maybe there's something else too. Let's see what we can find. 4 mana? Baleful Mastery will do it. No, it won't. What am I talking about? Sometimes I forget where my own brain is. Trophy won't do it. Okay, yeah, it really is this one card. Even though black is in the kicker cost, it won't hurt me here. Attack, trigger on the stack, green, resolve trigger, tear, kicker, die. Found a way. We're still in trouble. Block. With me at... What? With my life total as it is? Dude, the damage you're doing is what's going to get me. You're an aggro deck. What are you? You got to aggro. Luris. Ah, haha. Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. That's a good card. You gotta get another card in their graveyard. Binding will do that. All right. Bind. Luris. You really want to play Luris when you have a Dauntless Bodyguard ready to help. Kill it. Yep, we're getting in there. It's coming around. It's coming around. Slightly nervous that we have no more ways in our whole deck, at least instant sorcery, that take out the Tal Zealot, but it looks like they are missing the land. We're down to 12 from the Swordmaster. They have tactics for Jorn. Ugh. And they got the attack here. And it's getting real. 10 life. Joint exploration. Let's get the snow duel. Do I replay Jorn? It can block the Corpse Knight. Can't block the Knight of Malice. But the mana boost is probably what we need. If they kill Jorn again, how dead are we? Close to dead. We gotta go for it. Relic produces 2 here, so we can still cast Joint Exploration once we get an idea for what they're going to do. Construct, that buffs the Knights. That's really bad. That's really bad. Alright, trigger. 9 life. They attack for 7. Oh my god. Do we block? Do we block? Because with the mana boost next turn, we could win. We have to hit some extra turns and really turn this thing around. Board wipes, stuff like that. Like the Graven Lore, it's not very good. But with all the mana, I think we can find a way. I'm taking it. 1 is not 0. 1 is not 0. Or the combo deck, let's freaking combo. The key? He could hit a Time Warp or a Day of Judgment, so I think that's a keep. And it's probably the first thing we play. That ain't it. That ain't it. Guess I'll take the bolt. Growth Spiral could also help me see one more card, which I guess is what we need at this point. All right. Triggers. On the stack. Black, blue, black, resolve, blue, black, and I think I'm floating one here. No, we'll just have to go for the Scry 4. We'll just have to go with the Scry 4. Do we have enough blue mana to cast an extra turn? It's only going to be 5 unless we have an untapped land. Well, I guess they might double block this, but if they do, we have less things we have to kill. Okay. Full control. Graven Lore. None of that will help. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3. Couldn't be much worse. Oh my goodness. We took the shots we could take. I guess I've got one more with this Growth Spiral. I mean, it's got Death Touch. All right, so we add blue and tap for green. Last shot. Shark Typhoon. That ain't it. That is not it. Okay, there's still bind though, right? There's still bind. Sorry, Culling Ritual is what I meant to say. Because of the way they block, there's still Culling Ritual. But it has to be a 0. Confirm 0. Hit Culling Ritual. But that was not meant to be. That. Yeah, it's a 100 card deck. You won't always find it. I know. But I think random samples. I think if we did that 100 times, we'd have better cards in general than we saw that time. Our opponent goes first. We are up against Vraska, Golgari Queen, and it clowns our commander. So, how do we want to play this? Because we have Emergent Ultimatum, and they can't counter anything, but they can attack the hand. Man, this hand is slow, though. Let's take... the colors are good. Dig up, make sure that we have at least 4 lands, and Shark Typhoon. But Torrential Gurlk doesn't necessarily do anything. And the Jorn dies to Vraska. Just gets eaten alive. I think that's a mulligan then. Besides, having the Emergent Ultimatum in the opener will probably just make me discard it. This doesn't have blue except for the heart, which gets blown up by Vraska, which is very bad. But I think we got to keep at this point. Hopefully we can Thoughtseize their Mana Rock, so we at least get maybe a turn out of this. Dig up. Yep, Ornithopter of Paradise. That's why we don't duress. Mana creature can still be taken here. All right, they have dug a forest. Hopefully they Boseiju our Cold Steel Heart. That would be silly and they shouldn't do it, but I hope they do. All right, we need to draw a blue source so that we can use this Memory Deluge before the Vraska blows up our Cold Steel Heart. Or we play the Jorn to try to draw the attention. That is also probably a good option. It's another Mana Rock creature. All right, Duresio. Ren or Liliana? Ren. Nothing I'm too scared of down there. All right. The staff they have to blow up or I recast stuff, but nah, just make them kill Jorn. Maybe it's better to play Sculptor there, I don't know. Let the Planeswalker party begin. We're gonna have to find a way through it.
I leave dead bodies wherever I'll carve it out of existence.
That's 5 mana and the double blue that we needed. Do we just replay Jorn? Making a zombie won't help. I think we go for it. We also have Pact now. Jorn, secretly one of the best Pact decks.
Don't dwell on what's about to happen.
Gotta set your stops. Oh yeah, we don't get the blue. That's okay. I was thinking originally I was going to foretell the Epiphany anyway.
Pity we couldn't have been allies.
Alright, so they can play a land and then kill Jorn with Vraska. But our mana's intact. And that's what's important.
I'm good at what I do. And what I do,
Got him.
I'm going to make that disappear.
But we're on 7, right? Okay. Is that green? Nope. Won't do it. Okay, so tap, untap, cast Alrund's Epiphany, which I guess they sniffed out. Attack down the Vraska. Next turn we replay Jorn, I guess? Or see if we draw the mana we need to cast Emergent. I think a Forced there does it, so. All right, our opponent is going first, but we've got Search for Azcanta. They're on Radha. Might be a very aggressive red-green deck, or it might be like a late-game red-green deck. Radha is an interesting commander. So how does our hand stack up? Helps us with our draw. Probably doesn't do anything for a while. Doesn't do anything for a really long while. It's not a great hand. Let's keep it. I'm really not sure. It depends how aggressive their Radha is. If they had a turn 1 elf there, I would feel horrible. Like it'd be a disaster, but they don't. All right, let's get Azcanta down. Start changing up our draw. Probably get in for a Duress next turn. It's really awkward, though, having the Ice Tunnel be our only blue or black source. We're going to have to be careful about how we spend it every turn. They going to bring Radha out? Clothis. Graveyard Hater. Okay. Yeah, that's a rough one. Mastery doesn't hit it till it becomes a real creature. We could go for Jorn, but if we wait one more turn, we have protection, so... Actually, let's Duress first. Information. Yeah, this is a late game deck. Valakut. They don't draw another land. They could get mana screwed here, but Radha helps them play lands from the top. I mean, Escape can be hit by miscast. Hinge doesn't scare me if we keep Radha off the board. I think we just take the thing that gets them to land. And then we want another blue. Clothis hits begin. All right, Radha looks at the top. Does Radha find land? No. So they don't have land on top. We don't have land on top either. Do think we want to kill Radha, though. This is a good way to do it. Holds up miscast. So if they play land and go escape to the wilds, we miscast it. Feels real good. If they sniffed out the Drown in the Loch, they could target their own graveyard with the Klothys, which could be a problem. World Shaper. World Shaper, huh? We need the land. When it attacks you, mill 3. Whenever it dies, return all lands. They don't have any lands. They do get that mill. The mill, though, does let the Drown in the Loch do its thing, but then they might get a land from it. All right. They don't have a way to kill Jorn in hand. Let's play Jorn. Let them mill 3 with the World Shaper, I think. Okay, they don't have the green for Henge there. That would be bad. That was the one thing. I'm like, I hope they don't draw untapped green and play Henge. All right. What you get? 4 runners and a mountain. Okay, still not double green. We'll take it. We'll mastery it later. It can wait. Right now, I think we counter an escape to the wilds. Radha? Again? Guess I'll counter that. Now they have cards in the graveyard. Got them. Binding? It's a good card. I'll take it. All right, right now they get 1 mountain if I blow this up versus mastery it. I don't think that matters too much, but I think what I want to start with here is the discover the formula. So we have all snow lands here. We're going to make a lot of mana from this. Time warp. Let's go. Is that enough, opponent? You gonna stick it out? See what we can do? Pull from tomorrow. First main, what do we do? What do we do? Can I get back the Uro this turn? I think I can. I can. Okay. Uro. We need to get it back or else Klothys will devour it. Exile. Attack. We're even going to have mana for the miscast. I probably shouldn't do that with a Klothys on the field, but it's fine. What I mean is just the timing of the sacrifice wasn't great. Yep. We've waited for this moment, and it has arrived. And that is the face you make. Let's see what we get. Narset and Shigeki, huh? The Shigeki doesn't really do anything in this spot. Let's take the Narset and the Grasp. Probably should have done that trigger first, huh? The Uro trigger. Because maybe I get a land. Yep, could have had 2 more mana. I think it's going to be okay. What's that? Draw 4? Pretty good. All the lands have been located. We still have one to play this turn, though, because that was off the Uro trigger.
If you wish to surrender, with thoughtfulness.
Inquisition. See if they've got something. Augur. All right. Well, that went well. Goodbye, Memory Deluge. The Clothis still keeping their life total really high. But I don't know how they're going to stay in this one. And they're still down a green mana. And we've got Pact. That's fine. Lots of ways to kill that. Ring can go. All runs Epiphany. Oh my. Have you had enough yet? No? Yes? Okay, bye. Yeah, turns. That hand got good in a hurry. Our hand is okay, but it's on the draw, and we get to attempt revenge on Raddic. So, keep. Our only black source is the Arcane Signet. If it gets taken from us here, things get really scary. Fear the island. Alright, just smitten. One of the tamer plays. Ooh, Culling Ritual. Do I want to blow up my own signet, though? But I need it for the black mana. Okay. Not really a question. We gotta go for it. Archway Commons. Okay. That's it. So their plan is next turn to play their commander. I guess they don't have that many cheap cards, which makes the Culling Ritual a lot worse. I think we'd arrest them and then play Jorn, make sure they don't have a way to kill Jorn, and then we have a 3/3 to block if they attack. We got a Peacekeeper, a Humiliation, and a Swords. Ugh. Oh man. Oh, this hand. They don't have a land necessarily for their commander, but our hand is toast. Anything we get with the solve the equation they can take. If we play Jorn, it loses all abilities, which is a disaster, or Swords, which is life. Everything about this is terrible. I guess I'd rather have the life and the ability to still use my commander. Although, maybe the 3/3 is worth it. Eventually it'll have to die. All right, Swords. But we gotta play this too before they get the Peacekeeper down. And if they take its abilities, at least we have a 3/3 to block the Swordmaster. No, they haven't taken its abilities yet. That's a tap land. They're getting hurt by this commons. All right, Spellbinder gets to take something. And then they might also Peacekeep it, but they didn't get rid of Jorn. So we get a lot of mana. They take Solve, okay. Gear Hulk, that is really good with the Putrefy. Bang. Roar! I mean, get it out of the hand, right, before they tax it. Yay! Now watch out for that Wandering Emperor, though. We can go get... we don't have Spell Pierce in this deck. Yeah, that would have been nice. Because there will be that window with the trigger on the stack. Oh, they're going to play Commander. Okay. Well, I know I have a solution to it. But I don't have the black mana. So we do this, right? You go, solve the equation. Go get Tear Asunder. Kick it. No commander. Protection from black. I have the solution. Doesn't untap the Gear Hulk though. So we might lose the Gear Hulk to the Emperor. Pulling Ritual looking pretty bad. I mean, the biggest mistake my opponent made, if they watch the channel, the biggest mistake that you made, play this the second you see my commander. You don't have to kill it. Just remove its abilities. If I can't use the ability, I can't get ahead on mana. I can't play that Gear Hulk. I can't solve and also cast that Tear Asunder. You take like 10 mana away from me in this game so far. Would you name? Culling Ritual, sure. So right here, if we attack, give it indestructible, we trade. It's not great. But I guess we replay it? No. We're just trading it for the Savior. If I attack with the Gear Hulk here, they play Wandering Emperor and kill it. That's also not great. That's also not great. So this is about to get a lot more difficult. They know about the Ritual. It costs a lot of mana, and right now it doesn't hit much, so I think we hold. I think we just have to wait. We have to draw some of our better cards. This doesn't get a swamp either. Right, get another green. But yeah, attacking here isn't great. They just Wandering Emperor to kill it. Another tapped land. The tapped lands keep getting them. Yeah, I slam the Emperor, so I can attack the Emperor now.
Anyone who harms my people must let your blade do the
Yeah, so like they built this up to kill it. You don't want to kill it. You don't want it to die. The reason that the card's in the deck is to take the abilities and leave it on the field. If we move it to our command zone, we can remove the perpetual effects, which make this a bad removal spell. Bad conditional removal spell. Growth Spiral. Growth Spiral. Let's see what we draw. Okay. Wow. Deck is being a little cold to me. If we attack here with the Torrential Gear Hulk, the opponent can block and grant indestructibility. It's not good. So we hold. They might have minus the Emperor to kill it, but then we're kind of Jorn against the world, and they play their commander, and things get really tough. Whereas right now, they don't have a knight to attack with.
I have got new moves to teach you.
They should have put the counter here, so next turn they could attack through the Gear Hulk. Okay. Okay. Pass turn. Make them find their way through the Gear Hulk. It's giving them problems. That's your knight. And another knight. Okay, Paladin. I mean, it looks bad, but we could just draw Ultimatum.
Strike fast and strike
If we
hard.
do, it's over. It's not great. It's not great. Yeah, they keep putting counters on this. If they're attacking with this, they're not drafting. So pass. Just trying to stall here. Okay. If we negate this, doesn't really do anything. So let them take the negate, pay 2 life.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
No blocks this turn. I might have to start Jorn chumping soon. We can take that hit. Opponent's still not attacking for their spellbook, which they should be. If you're watching opponent, you should attack for that spellbook. You usually find something that does the job. All right, is this it? Is this what I needed? Tamio.
I am Tamio. It is an honor to meet you. I have learned much from my ancestors.
They do have this annoying selfless savior. So blood on the snow ain't it? But we have a lot of mana. We can draw a new hand. We can rebuke them. But is there something we can do at instant speed here? Because I'm going to have to attack with Jorn. There's something we can do at instant speed to save Jorn for these turns? I don't think so. It's also possible that like the strategy of getting 2 extra turns won't actually win us the game. But with Tamio, we should be able to. All right, so let's get the Emergent Ultimatum. Just go face. Untap those lands. If I Culling Ritual, it kills 1, 2, 3 things. They can sacrifice this in response. That should be the black mana we need. If we put in 6 mana, then we get back 3, which should still be able to cast the ultimatum, right? Right? I mean, oh man. All right. We need to put in 2 more. We need 2 green. All right. If we get back 3 mana, this does it. Right? No? Oh, they saved a 2 mana card? Oh, please make a treasure in response. Oh my gosh, what if I don't get to cast this turn? They do make the treasure, and they let the treasure get destroyed. Oh my gosh. Okay, I was going to get it anyway. They added 4. Okay, so I was going to get one for the indestructible 2-drop. I did not think they'd... I don't know what I thought. I'm an idiot. It's fine. Don't worry about it. 2 green, 2 black. That'll do. I get excited. It's Magic the Gathering. It's so cool. All right, so 2 turns and discover the formula for 3 cards, or assemble the team to search the top third. Oh, nope, can't pick assemble. Yeah, discover the formula then. They put back discover. Wow. I'm just going to try to discover the formula.
Seek and find.
I feel it. This just for the tilt value, if nothing else. All right. Any good snow permanents down there? There are, but I think casting our commander as our commander is probably better in our deck. All right, no attacks. Untap. Assemble the team. That's a good one. That is a really good one. What do we get? We do get that discover. We don't get blood on the snow. We get Hydroid Crisis. Yeah, it's discover, right? Right. And cast that right now. Thoughtseize Baleful Mastery. Gonna run Jorn Snow into Brawl here. But we get to use Tamio, and Tamio can get back another turn, but our attack is not a great one. No more Peacekeeper for the easy block, at least. We get a chump. All right, we gotta choose what to do with this Tamiyo. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. Do we get another turn? We could tear asunder the Raddic. Then what do they have? Not much. They power this up, they attack. But yeah, we're in a better position. They minus the Emperor. They kill the Torrential Gear Hulk. We've got a 2/2. And our commander... this is tough. It's a tough call, but I think I'm going for the turn. I believe in the top of my library.
I have become too involved with past, never forgotten.
That's a tutor. Takes double black, but it's a tutor. Six mana. What does it do? Man, if only I had more black mana, casualties would be perfect. Binding doesn't do it. I mean, Uro's really good, right? They scoop. Okay, they scoop. They've had enough of waiting for me. Sometimes turns just does it that way. I am not sure what I was supposed to get there. Uro seems right to me. But then we're still a mana short of using it that turn, and when we attack the Wandering Emperor, the opponent blocks for it, then minuses it to get rid of the Gear Hulk, which is really good. Maybe we Tails End that activation, though. Yeah, that's probably what we do. But then they get an attack with Raddic, and they get to draft. Yeah, the game, I don't feel like we had it. That was a tough match against, well, I think that this is a very tough deck. I think if our opponent played a little tighter, they would have won that. And we are back for the post-game wraps, and my record with Jorn is very successful. It's 14-4, you know, a 78% win rate for a deck and a commander that I think most people would have written off rather quickly. So Jorn God of Winter, much more competitive than expected. It's definitely playing an open queue, but it did get paired up a few times against A tier and the occasional S tier commander, and the deck holds its own. It can deal with almost anything that the opponent tries to throw at it, and if Jorn survives, you're allowed to create this huge mana advantage that can completely take over games. If you enjoy the Uro style but are missing black for the spot removal and the hand disruption, I think that this is a good deck to kind of blend those things together. You play control, but you have a lot more angles of attack than simply countering everything. You can also remove and discard things as well, which a lot of people enjoy, and you get the crafty Jorn tricks for big mana, giant X spells, and of course extra turns. So this is a perfect deck for those of you looking for that Sultai kind of solution and willing to compromise your mana base to play a bunch of snow basics in order to make it happen. Once again, I'm going to put a full deck tech over on the CovertGoBlue YouTube channel. Link will probably be below in the description. Also, if you missed Standard, be sure to check out the Standard content on CoolStuffInc.com and Magic the Gathering Arena official YouTube channel, as we're still getting 2 Standard videos a week over there. Thank you for supporting me on my historic Brawl vacation. You stayed till the end. That's the best thing you can do. If you want to top it off, then go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you very much. You're cool. I always build my historic Brawl decks card by card from scratch. Yeah. And it takes a long time, but making the perfect Brawl list is very, very difficult. One of the more competitive decks in the format, competing in the Hell Queue, and takes a lot of time and exploration, more than I can put into one daily video. So I'd like to thank the following content creators who I always check out for inspiration and ideas for my deck lists. Legend.
Today we're taking a look at 2 Heavens as one, as suggested by my supporters on Patreon.
Amy the Amazonian.
Welcome to Brawl Stars. Today we're playing one of my favorite commanders, Volo.
I'm Not Fine.
That is lethal. Wow. GG.
And the Historic Brawl Stronghold on Discord. Thank you guys. Great content, and I appreciate the inspiration.